else if statements, if you want to write more than two else if statements, you should not write in that way, which is not a good programmer's point of view. So you have to go for a switch. So switch case, we need to use a switch case over here. సో మనం ఎలా చెప్తున్నాం అంటే ఇప్పుడు ఒక ఇఫ్ ఒక ఎల్స్ ఇఫ్ వస్తుంది కండిషన్ అనేది. సో ఆఫ్టర్ దాట్ వన్ మోర్ ఎల్స్ ఇఫ్ ఇస్ దేర్. సో యా, two statements is enough for that. If required more than two else if statements, yeah, you can write it in so many conditions like this also. But while we're working in the workstation itself, it is not the right way to write the conditions and all. But if this is the replacement, actually switch case is the replacement for if you want to write more than two else if statements. Got my point? So conditional sentences, you have to remember each and every time. You have to choose one of the option which is a proper for the project itself. If you write like 100 else if statements, the program will take a lot of time, and it will take a more processing time compared to the switch case itself. Okay, do not go for more than two else if statements. Please remember these words, which is a very important for you. So if you write all these things again and again and again, then the performance of the project itself will be decreased, and it will take more time. If the performance is decreased and time is taking, so we should not use that. So every time it is checking the condition itself. So in the point of a switch case, one thing is enough. You can directly send, similar to the C language, you can directly set a value over here, and you can pass this particular argument, this value, to for each and every case statement itself. Got my point? Okay. So I would like to ask one thing. What about the labs itself? I think most DBMS sir, what he is saying means. One second, let me share the chart itself. DBMS saru lab manual directly ichesara. Can you respond, one of you? Ganesh sir మొత్తం షేర్ చేస్తారా, లేకపోతే మళ్ళీ మీరు ఆన్లైన్లో చెక్ చేసుకోవాలనుకుంటున్నారు కదా? నాకేం అర్థం కాలేదు అదొకటి. ఓకే, షేర్ చేయలేదా? Okay, we have to think about the lab itself, because practicing is more important. I think I asked you, you people just to install a NetBeans. Please install it. After this week on Monday, I will share you lab manual. Daily, every day you need to check it out. So first of all, from the from the Monday onwards, you have to work on సింగిల్ ప్రోగ్రామ్. అంటే ఎక్స్పెరిమెంట్ ఒకటి ఉంటే దానిలో నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ ప్రోగ్రామ్స్ ఉంటాయి కదా. సో ఫస్ట్ ఎక్స్పెరిమెంట్ కంప్లీట్ చేయండి. సో ఆఫ్టర్ ద నెక్స్ట్ థింగ్, డైలీ యూ హ్యావ్ టు డూ వన్ థింగ్. ఫస్ట్ ఎక్స్పెరిమెంట్ ఆర్ సెకండ్ ఎక్స్పెరిమెంట్, థర్డ్ ఎక్స్పెరిమెంట్. సో ప్రతిరోజు 1, 2, 3 అలా చేసుకుంటూ వెళ్ళిపోండి. సో కంప్లీట్గా నేను వర్కౌట్ చేసి అది లాస్ట్ ఒక 5 to 10 minutes లో ఒక్కొక్క ప్రోగ్రామ్ ని నేను డైరెక్ట్ గా ఇక్కడ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేసి ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తాను. సో విచ్ ఈస్ ఎసెన్షియల్ ఫర్ యూ టు నో ఈచ్ అండ్ ఎవ్రీథింగ్. ఓకే. అండ్ సారు ఐ థింక్ నేను ఒకసారి డిస్కస్ చేస్తాను, వాళ్ళు ఎలా అప్రోచ్ అవుతున్నారో నాకు తెలియదు, ద పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ వ్యూ. సో మీరు మాత్రం బెటర్ గెట్ యువర్ పీసెస్ యాజ్ సూన్ యాజ్ పాసిబుల్. ఓకే, మీకు పీసీ అనేది చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్. మీకు పీసీ లేకపోతే హ్యాండ్స్ ఆన్ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ ఒకటి ఉంటే సరిపోదు, యూ నీడ్ టు ఐడెంటిఫై ద ఎర్రర్స్ ఆల్సో. సో మీరు అనుకోవచ్చు ఈ ల్యాబ్ ఏముంది, సార్లో ఏదో లైట్ తీసుకుంటున్నారు అనుకోవచ్చు, బట్ ఇన్ యువర్ ఫ్యూచర్ యూ విల్ ఫేస్ ఎ లాట్ ఆఫ్ ఇష్యూస్ వైల్ వర్కింగ్ ఆన్ దట్. సో మీరు మాత్రం లైట్ తీసుకోవద్దు, దయచేసి నీట్ గా ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయండి. నేను మండే షేర్ చేస్తాను, సార్తో ఒకసారి డిస్కస్ చేస్తాను, మేబీ వాట్ దే ఆర్ ఎక్స్పెక్టింగ్ and when to share. Okay. Okay, let me continue my class. Now we'll go for Okay, let me check my syllabus itself. Control statements, introduction of nested if. Okay, so there is a nested if is there. 1 second. Let me. This one. So we can do a comment like this. You know that, I think. Sorry. Okay. So what is a nested if? Inside nested if, nested if in the sense you can write another if condition inside 5 greater than 6, or sorry, 4. So this is called a nested if. So you can write so many conditions inside of another if condition. So this is a nested if. And inside the else condition also, you can write one more condition like this. So the nested if, what is the use of a nested if? So if particular condition has been happened, so go inside. So after the successful, what the output for this 10 greater than 9 is true. So it is showing a true value over here, which is a Boolean representation. 10 greater than, if you going to print system.out.println 10 greater than 9, it will print true because 10 is greater than 9, true. So the condition has been satisfied and it is going inside. So it goes inside, and again if there is any condition, it checks for this. So this is also a true. And next, and there should be else statement over there. These are the nested if and else statements. And one point I need similar thing, more than else if statements we are not allowing more than 2. The similar thing will be over here. If required, go for 1 or 2 statements, else if nested if statements. But more than that, I am recommending you don't do that. So at the time of a working environment, it is not a good programming skill. You have to use another option like a switch statement and all. You should not go for more than 2 else nested if statements also. And all these, actually these statements, some people will say like, yeah, that was not a big deal. You can go for that. But in the point of a working environment, this is not the right way. Your manager will kick you out for sure after the end of a month itself. Okay, just remember this one. So this is a call and nested if. So inside a conditional statements, there is another statement available inside the if statement. So you can write over here also inside the else statement. Actually, I'm feeling like these are a small things I'm going to learn. Why can't we go for another topic? Okay, I will go for the another topic. Wait a second. Actually, one more topic is there. Let me complete that. Okay, we are having 20 minutes. Um, Bitwise and logical operators. Boolean, bitwise and logical operators. Okay. So what is the use of bitwise and the logical operators? What is the logic in the sense? Logic in the sense, yeah, if, let me take int a comma b. So I'm going to consider a and b as an integer, the data type. The type of a and b is int, which is, we call it, this is a primitive data type. So logical operator is, what is the use of a logical operator? Logical means whether it throws a true or a false. So every time while we are checking the condition, so conditions and all based on the operator itself. So what is a bitwise operator? These bitwise operators are consisting of like this. There is a pipe symbol over here. This is called an OR operator, pipe symbol, which is available on the top of enter key. Enter key ki paina pipe symbol అని ఉంటుంది. So we'll call it as a pipe symbol. So which I mean in the particular key there is a forward slash, sorry, backward slash is also available. So I can use it by using all statement. Okay. Okay, so these operators are used to check the అసలు ఒక్కొక్కటి మనం ఎలా ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయాలంటే each and everything we should use that. What is the use of that? First of all, we need to know what is the use of an operators and all. These bitwise logical operators are like to check the condition of the statement. So if there is any statement available, we need to check it properly whether it is throwing true or a false. Every time we need to check a true or false. What is the thing? Every time when you are doing a program itself, each and every statement, each and every application, each and every program completely depends on true and false only. Without true and false, there is no condition at all. So let me take an example for you. 1 second. So in the last class, I asked you about to write a program to convert a binary number to the hexadecimal itself. So I think you worked on it or not. Say yes or no. మీరు వర్క్ చేశారా దాని మీద? లాజికల్ అదే బైనరీ నెంబర్ నుంచి బైనరీ టు హెక్సా కన్వర్షన్ అడిగాను. So all these bitwise operators are based on this only. So okay, whatever it is, I think most of the people are not aware of it. So whatever it is, so how to go for a binary numbers? Binary number is like 2 power 0. Actually there is no power. We can't write a power over here. We can do a cap like this. So there is like there is nothing like 2 power. Let me explain. 8421 84 and 2 and finally 1. So what is a 1 0 0? Okay, 0 0 1. So what is a 2? 0, sorry, 0 0 1 0. So you are going to write numbers in this way, in the binary format. This is a 1 and this is 2. So in this way you are going to write a numbers. If it is like 3, and we are going to take 0 0 1 1. So based on this, remember this one, each and every time it is useful to write the numbers in a binary format itself. This is a 2 and this is a 3. So just add the adjacent numbers. Adjacents in the sense 4 2 are adjacent numbers. So inside this number, just add 2 numbers to get the particular number. So this is in hexa format. If there is a 4 numbers, we will consider as a hexa. So from 9 onwards, we are having a, not a 10. From a it will start to work on this also. You have to remember, I think in your intermediate you have this all these stuff available over there. So for 9 itself, and 1 0 0 1, this is a 9. And for 10 itself, there is a capital A. So for 11, there is a capital B. So till 16 it will work, I think. Yeah, 16. Yeah, D is a 14, I think. Yeah, okay. So these are essential for these operators and all. I will take an example. Wait. Okay. I just copied. So let me delete this. So see this. So this is a bitwise. This is a program I just chosen. So initially, this is a number. So 8421. So 1 is a 4 and here the 1 is a 1. So 5. And there is an operator, bitwise operator AND. We'll call it as bitwise operator AND. For this 0, 1, 1, 1, 4, 2, 1, 6, 6 and 1, 7. So we are having a two values over here. So we are doing a bitwise operator in between 5 and 0 triple 1. 0 triple 1 means 4 plus 2, 6, 6 and 7. Based on this, so here and there is a bitwise OR operator. Let me run this so that you will get one of the output itself, so that from the output I will explain. Run the file. There is a shortcut key for the running a file itself, which is a Shift F6. Yeah, see this. So you are having a tables, truth tables. మీకు ట్రూత్ టేబుల్స్ ఐడియా ఉండుంటది ఖచ్చితంగా. సో ఆల్ యూ పీపుల్ ఆర్ స్టడీ ద ఇంటర్నెట్ ఇట్సెల్ఫ్. సో ఈ ట్రూత్ టేబుల్స్ ఆర్ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్. సో బేస్డ్ ఆన్ దాట్ యూ విల్ గెట్ దిస్ బిట్వైజ్ ఆపరేటర్. ఇప్పుడు నేను ట్రూత్ టేబుల్స్ అనేవి దీనిలో చెప్పను, అవి యాక్చువల్గా అవి మీకైతే సిలబస్ లో లేవు. ట్రూత్ టేబుల్స్ ఒక ఐడియా ఉంటే మీకు ఈ 5 ఎలా వచ్చిందో మీకు ఐడియా వస్తుంది. సో ట్రూత్ టేబుల్స్ ఎలా ఉంటాయి చెప్తాను ఆగండి. మీకు మళ్ళీ అది ఒక జనరల్ ఐడియా రాకపోతే ఫీల్ లైక్ somewhat a big project like this. Wait a second, I will show you. Operators, 1 second. And let me share you one screen. Shift yes. Let me share you a screen. Second, your screen share. What happened? Paint. So see this. This is an untable. The similar, these are the truth tables. Based on this, we are getting the result itself. So I can't share 2 screens at a time. I think it is not possible. Okay, let me explain. So these are the truth tables available. So what is the use of this? Based on this, it directly give the output itself. Here the dot operator means and the plus operators mean or. This is an exclusive or based on and or. This is an exclusive or. I think your lecturers has been explained. For A and B, 1 and 1, the output is a 1. Here itself, same things. If there is a 0 and 0, the output is a 0. The similar thing will happen while we are working in this. So see this, A and B. So what is the use of this? These are used for the conditional truth tables. So you have to check each and every time for A and B. So I'm taking inputs as 5 and a 7. Based on that, this is a logical operator, bitwise AND operator. So for this operator, it is giving the output as a 5. F for OR operator as 7. I think you just remember all those things what you learned in your previous classes, not in these classes, in the intermediate, maybe in your first class, first year. I think in the first year, is it available or not? I don't know. Okay. um, this is the operator based on the values we have given, we have been provided to get that. So bitwise OR operator, bitwise AND operator, both are combined together to form XOR operations. And there is a NOT operator which is available in Java also, which is available in C language also. This symbol we call it as a tilt operator. We'll call it as a tilt. Now remember these words, these are very important. This symbol is, it is at the bottom of escape key. So in your keyboard there is an escape on the top left corner, and bottom of that the first key is a tilt symbol is there. So we'll call it as a TILT, tilt. So we'll call it as a tilt operator. So inside a truth table there is not operator. So ఈ not operator వల్ల యూజ్ ఏంటంటే, if we take the input as a 1, it the output is a 0. సో ఇన్పుట్ 0 అయితే అవుట్పుట్ 1 అవుతుంది. అమ్మా ఇది చాలా సింపుల్ ట్రూత్ టేబుల్ అమ్మా, ఇది నాట్ బిట్వైజ్ నాట్ ఆపరేటర్. ఇఫ్ ఏ వాల్యూ ఇస్ 1, దెన్ టిల్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఏ వాల్యూ 1 గనక అయితే, if a value is 1, we'll consider it as an input. Then tilt of a is equals to 0. Similarly opposite. So if a is a 0, then the tilt of a is equal to 1. So each and every time the bitwise not operator is like a piece of cake. You can remember whatever the way it is. So but in the sense of and or, actually 2 or 3 times I think in the interview also they're asking at the truth table. I didn't get why they are asking, because the basics are very important while we are doing the program itself. You direct ga nenu help project chestanante kudaradu. The basic things you have to learn at each and every time. Basic things are necessary while we are having subjects. Why we are having subjects in the intermediate itself? మనకి ఎందుకు ఈ సబ్జెక్ట్స్ ఇచ్చారు? ఇప్పుడు ప్రాజెక్ట్స్ వచ్చినప్పుడు why we need of this? Because all these things are combined together to form all these projects and all. If you don't have any experience on that, at least you have a basic knowledge on that, you can't build your project. So for these, all these are essential. Bitwise operator kada, so let it be chinnade kada, adi max olladi. Some people will think like somewhat different way. Don't forget all these things. Just remember it. Just learn at least and or. Negation is a simple thing, you can easily remember that. And exclusive or, which is also easy for you, I think. So while you are going to, if they ask any question on bitwise operators, you have to write all these things. So you have to explain what is the use of operators, so how to check the conditions and all, and what is the use of that. So you have to write all those things, and you have to write a program too, like this only. So they, here I explained, see this. So this is the output for that. So you have to write a program, and don't forget to write this one also. You have to write the main method and the class name also. Don't write only these things. ఇదొక్కటే రాసేసి నేను ప్రోగ్రామ్ రాశానంటే I won't give any marks. I'm asking you to write in that way only. So you have to write the class name and the main method. Inside the main method, all these statements should be available. Okay. Next one. Let me, 1 second. I think only 5 minutes is there, right? Okay, it's okay. Let me complete this. So next we are going to discuss about the operators. operators are, let me delete this. Okay. So these are the operators. We are working on operator. Okay, so I'm going to initialize A is equal to 5 and B is equal to -10. This is the left shift operator. Maximum the people will ask the question on like write a bitwise operators and a logical operators. I think for 2 marks, if it is like a 7 marks, I think you have to consider both. You have to write the example also. For the 2 marks itself, I think it is not necessary to write a program over there. Just write just description. Description is enough. If required, you don't want to lose 1 mark itself, then write the program too, I think. So these are the operators. These are the logical operators. One of it is the shift operator. What is the shift operator? The shift operator shifts the decimals to the left or to the right. So I'm going to consider this number. This is a binary number. What is the value of it? This is a 8421, 4 and 1, 5. I'm going to shift towards the left 2 decimals. Got my point? Is it visible? నాకే భయం వేస్తుంది మీకు అసలు ఏం చెప్తా అర్థం కావట్లేదని. సో చూడండి ఒకసారి ఇక్కడ ఏం చేస్తున్నారంటే లెస్ దాన్ సింబల్స్ కనుక ఉంటే వీఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు షిఫ్ట్ ఫ్రమ్ లెఫ్ట్ 1 and 2. We are going to shift 2 decimals. What is the question of here is I'm going to shift this binary number 2 decimals towards the left. Got my point? So I shifted 2 decimals 200. So I shifted this 1 towards 1 and 2 over here and this number towards 1 and 2 over here. See this. Got my point? So ఇక్కడ ఏం చేస్తున్నాం 1 ని 2 decimals ని లెఫ్ట్ కి షిఫ్ట్ చేస్తున్నాం 1 and 2 ఈ ప్లేస్ కి వస్తుంది ఈ 1 వచ్చేసి అండ్ ఇది వచ్చేసి 1 and 2. It will come over here. So it will shift 2 decimals towards in this way. Similar to 5 star 2 cap 2. Cap in the sense power. 2 square. It's a 4. 4 5s are 20. So దీన్ని ఎలా చెప్తారంటే మనకి ఈజీగా అవుట్పుట్ ఏం వస్తుందో we can calculate directly because it is a 5. It is a 5 and asterisk is the multiplication. ఇక్కడ 2 షిఫ్ట్ చేయమని అన్నాడు. Because it is a binary number, 2 cap 2, make it as a 2 and finally calculate 20. మీకు ఈ షిఫ్ట్ అనేది సడన్ గా గుర్తు రాకపోతే ఇన్ కేస్ ఎగ్జామ్ లో you directly find out this and find a binary number for this value. Got my point? So this is a left shift similar to the right. So now I'm going to shift 2 decimals towards the right. So if it is not available, ఇప్పుడు నేను రైట్ కి షిఫ్ట్ చేస్తున్నా చూడండి, there is nothing at all over here. I'm going to shift 1 and 2. It comes over here and this one 1 and 2. ఆల్రెడీ ఇక్కడ ఒక నెంబర్ ఉంది. ఈ ప్లేస్ లో ఇది పాజిటివ్ ఆపరేటర్ కింద కన్సిడర్ చేస్తారు. ఈ వాల్యూ వచ్చిన దాన్ని అమ్మా ఇప్పుడు సపోజ్ లాస్ట్ నెంబర్ లో 0 కనుక ఉంటే is there any space, it we consider as a negative. If there is any 1 over here, we'll consider sorry 1 is a minus and 0 is a plus over here. So ikkada right shift and operator 2 decimals ki it won't be visible and 2 more zeros will be added over here. ఈ వాల్యూ అనేది రైట్ షిఫ్ట్ అయ్యేటప్పుడు 1 2 just neglect that one and this value 1 and 2 రైట్ షిఫ్ట్ అయినప్పుడు ఆ వాల్యూ ఇక్కడ విజిబుల్ అవుతుంది and the number we shifted towards the right is negligible and we are not going to consider that. What is the value for this? 1. So to find out this, same thing, 5 divided by, in the sense of left operator there is a multiplication, in the sense of right operator, there is division. So you can easily find out that. Okay, if there is any class, let me conclude that these are important topics, so don't forget to study at home. I think you are having a lot of time at home itself. So today I'm going to conclude the class itself. Okay, so we just learn each and everything in a practical manner. The descriptive is also important for you in the point of examination. Please go through this and practice all these things and all. Okay, అమ్మ ఇది ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయాలమ్మా, ఇది ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయకుండా మీకు పాసిబిలిటీ ఉండదు. హౌ ఇట్ ఈస్ వర్క్స్ మీకు ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేశాను కదా. లెఫ్ట్ షిఫ్ట్ చేయాలంటే 2 డెసిమల్స్ మూవ్ చేయాలి, అండ్ ఇన్ ద సెన్స్ ఆఫ్ రైట్ షిఫ్ట్ we are going to move towards the right itself. So based on the binary number, we are going to convert into the decimal number. So e value decimal number, and this is also a decimal number. We are converting a binary to decimal number. So this is the way to convert. Okay, and next one. Okay, if there is any class at 3:50, then I will share a link to you. Please don't forget to log in. Okay, just leave the class. Yeah, thank you. Leave the class.